am I the butt face for choosing a cartoon over my boyfriend?
Damn.
Is this like one of those hear me out cakes?
Hear me out.
Could be, I guess.
But then how would you choose to hear me out over your actual boyfriend?
Right.
That's what.
I also think the cartoon, like when they do the hear me out thing, I think it's more okay to do a cartoon, right? Because it's like, that's the joke. It's like, hear me out. I wouldn't actually, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to do hear me out and then it's just a conventionally attractive human person.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to hear you
Pascal.
out.
It's like, what the fuck?
I think we all get it, actually.
So where are you guys leaning on this one?
I feel like there's a plot twist to this.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Go ahead, Sean.
I'm just going to say, I don't think you're the asshole. I think it's a joke that your boyfriend took too serious.
Okay.
I was going to go a little bit more that your boyfriend does not approve of like cartoons, possibly call you childish. Like, why the fuck are you still watching this? And you're probably like demeaning them. It's like, oh, you're so childish for watching this shit. So out of pettiness, you chose a cartoon over his bitch ass.
Okay. I like it. So I, 21 female, started watching a show 3 years ago. The first season was incredible, and the second one aired in 3 acts, one each week, and the last this Saturday. I've been with my boyfriend, Mark, 27 male, for almost a year now.
Jesus
26 and 20.
Christ.
It's not the worst we've heard today.
I mean,
even.
Not even close to the worst we heard today, but illegal is illegal.
Illegal is illegal, guys. Yeah.
That's where I feel like my prediction is coming right.
He knows how much I love this show and that every Saturday I spend the entire morning to noon binging the new episodes. Mark has asked me to watch the show together when it airs, and I told him that I want to watch it alone, but that we could watch it together later the same day. He was always a bit huffy afterwards and told me to forget about it. I knew he was upset, but decided to address the root of the situation once all 3 acts aired, since I wanted to enjoy them. So I woke up this Saturday at 8 a.m., made a killer breakfast, and set everything up to enjoy the show when it airs at 9 a.m. But around 8:50 a.m., I heard knocking. I went to check thinking it was the mailman with an Amazon package I'd ordered, but to my surprise, it was my boyfriend. He had snacks in hand and greeted me brightly and asked if he could come in. I asked him why, and he chuckled and said, "Why not? I'm your boyfriend." I told him that now was a really bad time because the show was about to air, and he said that's why he came and that he even brought snacks for us to enjoy while watching it. I said, "How about you wait for me at your place and we'll watch it. I'll be there at 12. He said, "But I'm here now, so let's just watch it together." I responded, "I didn't ask you to come here. I wanted to watch it alone for the first time around." We argued a bit like this. He asked me to come inside because he didn't want everyone on the floor knowing our business. I told him to go home then and we'll discuss it later. Things were getting heated, so I just closed the door in his face, plugged in my headphones, and started watching. I saw later that he had texted me a ton of messages, but I didn't open them. The show destroyed me, so I took the day just to process. On Sunday, I talked to my family about this. My brother thinks it's funny, but my mom told me I shouldn't have left him standing outside and shut the door on his face for a cartoon. Today, I read his messages, and he says I'm an asshole and that I owe him a massive apology for how I treated him. I feel like he got himself into this situation, so am I the asshole? Buttface.
I think everybody is kind of not great here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because truly, she could have just heard him out and then like just been like, you know our deal. I watch alone, then we watch together. Slamming the door is never nice. Well, I mean, within reason. There are definitely reasons where we should slam a door. I don't think this was one. But also, he knows the deal. He knows that you like watching by yourself. He knows that that's always been the thing. And then on the last episode, he's going to try and do something. So he's also obviously a dickhead. So, I mean.
Yeah, I think I'm more on that side.
Yeah.
Sean, because I think that's a boundary you're allowed to set. Like, this is the media I want to consume by myself. This is how I want to consume it. And then we could watch it after. Like, she's not even saying, like, let's not watch it.
Yeah, she'd be there in 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I mean, I don't know if that is reason enough to slam a door in somebody's face.
I think he's just trying to. It felt like to me he was trying to push like himself in on this.
Yeah, what he
boundary.
wanted and not what they've agreed upon for the whole season.
Exactly. So for me, it felt like I mean, yes, could you have had a conversation, but it sounded like it just turned into arguing. He was trying to interrupt your show.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, it is your house. You said no is no. There's not really much to talk about afterwards. But with things like this, you just got to know when I slam the door in the face of this person, our relationship may not be the same.
Yeah.
So as long as you're cool with that, then I mean, yeah, you're cool with it.
What? Sorry, John. I took over before you even.
Oh no, you're fine. I'm kind of a little bit more on the like everyone kind of sucks in this scenario too. Based on what you guys are saying, completely agree. I think if there's anyone that sucks more in this scenario, it's definitely the boyfriend, because that is a boundary that she sets, saying like, hey, this is something that I enjoy. This is what I want to do. This is how I want to consume media, like what you guys are saying. But I'm trying to look at it from my perspective, where it's like, okay, I do have some stuff that I like watch religiously. Like I watch wrestling religiously. I watch Charger games religiously, and Suns games when I can too. But if I really enjoy being in the company of someone, I would want them to be part of that consumption, because I also want them to like, hey, I want to be able to talk about this with you, or I want to share like my excitement with you. That's the only reason where I'm like, well, I kind of see where he was coming from, because in the beginning he's like, well, I kind of want to watch it with you. Like it's a shared experience that we can have together as a couple. But she did set that boundary. He still tried to cross it. Again, I think he sucks more. She could have done a little bit better of a job, in my opinion, trying to include her boyfriend, because it's, you know, it's something that you can enjoy together.
Right.
No, I'm with you on that, but at that point, you just maybe not be compatible. Because like, I'm with you, John. If Nancy was like, "Oh yeah, tell me about wrestling," the way I'd be like, "Oh, here we go, baby," I'd be super into it. I can't imagine a show where I'd be like, I'd like to watch this by myself, and then I'll watch it again in 3 hours with somebody else. But again, not everybody is us. So I kind of get and understand like, oh, maybe the way that he watches is like he asks a bunch of questions and she just wants to fucking take it all in at first and then watch it again with him. And when he asks the questions, she may be in a better position to answer or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I could understand that people are different than us in that regard, but I think it all comes down to they set the boundary.
Yep.
He's very intentionally trying to go past that.
Put himself in like, all right, well, I'm going to take that boundary away and just like, I'm going to insert myself in this peaceful thing that you want to do by yourself.
Because if it was really something like a happy thing, he wouldn't have like, he's trying to make it like a sweet surprise, but more he knows that it's not going to be that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my question to you, John, would just be like, because you said you wish she'd done a better job of figuring out a different way, or like trying to include him. But like she even said like in 3 hours we can watch it together. Like that is. I think
it's the novelty of like watching it live together. That's because it's like an experience of like seeing something for the first time when it just comes out. I think that's where he's heading. Again, I'm not defending him or anything. I think he sucks the most in this scenario, but that's just, I think she just didn't hear him out as well as she could have.
Right. Well, I'm just saying like maybe she does prefer to consume like that kind of content by herself. Like Sean said, maybe he is a talker. There are some shows where I'm like, yeah, I would love to just watch this and not talk about it like during the show, and I'll watch it with you later. So there's actually The Boys. I had to watch all season 1 and then watched it again with Sienna afterwards because I had to be like, oh, there's a gory part coming up, don't watch.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. I think I'm okay with what she did. I think she set the boundary. Me personally, anyway. I think she set the boundary where she was comfortable. He tried to overstep that, and she like held those boundaries up. So me personally, I think completely not the asshole, but I mean, I can see where you guys are coming from. So I'll give you that. Just
like how OP has her way of doing her own thing. Like we all have our own different thought process, like how we would approach the situation. I feel like everyone else too, like that's going to comment about this story.
Oh yeah. The comments were all over the place.
I bet.
Oh.
I bet.
And Writing Draft, they screenshotted a bunch. So I'll read a You're the Butt Face one.
Okay.
So You're the Butt Face. He wants to join you in something you're passionate about. My girlfriend would be over the moon for me to join her in watching her favorite shows. Without more info, why aren't you letting him watch the show with you? You just seem like a massive prick, especially since he tried to surprise you with a cute gesture.
Damn, that's too much, bro.
Yeah,
Chill.
relax.
Call him a massive prick. The fuck?
Who'd want to be with someone who's incapable of sharing their interests and passion? And they had minus 14 votes.
Okay, good.
Good. That's too much. That's overstepping.
To which Little Frog said there's nothing cute about ignoring your partner's clearly stated wishes and attempted to steamroll and manipulate your way past her clearly set boundaries. So, which I think is the correct response. And then in our comments, Rhea of Sunshine said, is this sub full of 14-year-olds? What the fuck are those comments? Which I thought was funny. So
Get therapy.